Welcome to my channel, Pain into Peace. I would like to start off by always saying I've forgiven everyone who did me ill will and who did me wrong and who just did negative, wrong things to me. I have forgiven everyone in these stories that I'm sharing with you guys. Um, this story time that I'm going to share with you guys is um, when I was 6 years old, and I got a dog named Ebony. Oh my goodness, she was my best friend. I loved her so much. And my mom didn't really know to take dogs to the vet and get them shots and things like that. So one day, um, I woke up and my whole body was covered in what I felt was sores from like head to toe. And so I finally tell my mom, like, hey, I got these sores on my body. And she looked and it was literally covering my complete body. So we go to the doctor. She takes me to the doctor, excuse me, and she says, hey, my daughter got these sores on her. And this is a disclaimer if anyone can't deal with this. He was like, these are ticks. Now, I'm not aware at this time what ticks are. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they're about or anything. And so, they're just covering my complete whole body. So he tells my mom, this is early ages of like the 80s or whatever, that that I have these ticks on me. So my mom says, "Oh my goodness, like, okay, so what are we gonna do?" And so he says, um, she can't eat solid food for like 2 weeks. And I was like, what? He was like, because it's affecting her organs, and they have pretty much spread it completely, you know. And I heard him tell my mom, like, it don't look good because these things have affected, it's now affecting my organs. And so he said she can't eat solid food because it's affecting like her intestines. And so my mom like, okay, so what does she eat? He said she has to eat Jell-O for 2 weeks. I hope you guys listening to this because this is like a true event that occurred. And so I'm eating Jell-O for like 2 weeks, and he just told my mom it didn't look good, that something was going to happen with my intestines when I go to sleep, and pretty much that it just don't look good. Fast forward, we go, so the last day of the 2 weeks, I go to sleep, and these ticks they have fell off my body, every last one of them. And so I tell my mom, you guys see her, she just like jumped right in my camera. She's such a spoiled brat, just to let you guys know that. So I tell my mom that I wake up, I go to sleep and I wake up and these ticks are just on my bed or whatever. They just like fell off or whatever. So we go back, she takes me back to the doctor and says, I said, do I still gotta eat this Jell-O? Like, I don't want to eat this Jell-O anymore. Like, what? Why do I have to eat it? And she pretty much was like, you have to eat it. You can't eat solid food because you can't put nothing else in your body. Um, that's hard and things, and of that statue. So I was like, okay, fine, like whatever, you know. I'm like 6 years old, so and so she says, she takes me back to this doctor who, me personally, I never was comfortable with. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he says, okay, um, he made it seem like the Jell-O was the miracle worker of the ticks falling off or something. Yeah, no, but they had fell off, they and then I asked him, can I start eating like bread and stuff? Because that was our go-to thing that we had to eat, was like bread and things like that. And he said, yeah, yeah, you could eat you could eat bread or whatever. You could go back to. He looked at so shocked, like he did not understand like what had just occurred. He did not. He looked at really like flabbergasted or something. So yeah, but that was one of the events that occurred in my life. Thanks. Bye.